Hey, what's going on, everybody? My fans, hello. To those of you in my class this morning, he's sitting there probably about 8:15. I know you guys are probably super tired, but I hope that this video kind of gives you that little bit of energy to go, whoa, this is kind of cool. I get to see some action and receive some super awesome information at the same time. You can't beat that, right? Anyways, guys, I wanted to welcome you to this commentary where we're going to be talking about job satisfaction. And the reason I wanted to bring this commentary to you guys is because I think job satisfaction is something that is imperative to each and every one of us in our lives, because I feel that most people truly strive to do something that they love and to be truly passionate about it. And I think that that ultimately reflects being satisfied as an employer, being satisfied with what you do. So I think that this is a commentary that really affects all of us, and I hope that by the end of this commentary, it really motivates you guys to find something that you're passionate about and to find something that you will truly be satisfied with in the future, so that you can ultimately live a happy life, because I think that correlates with happiness in itself. But anyways, I want to introduce a very special guest that I have here for you guys today, and his name is IAmTheAttack. Now, to those of you sitting here in my class super early in the morning that might not be super educated here on YouTube, IAmTheAttack is an individual who turned a hobby of posting videos on YouTube into a full-time career, and it's really quite impressive. And the content that he produces is just it's poisonous. It makes you want to get out there and find something that you have so much fun doing and turn it into a career, which is why I wanted to bring him here for you guys to get some advice listening to a truly satisfied employee and worker. Now, without further ado, without taking this too long, let's give him a warm welcome. What's up, man?
I feel kind of weird you introducing me with my screen name. My name is Lane. My parents don't hate me, and as I understand, it is very early for your class right now, so I think we're going to make this video as boring as possible.
We're definitely going to keep it to nothing but numbers and single letter words.
Very, very, very drone. Like, there's going to be no comedy in this, and we're basically just going to talk monotone for the rest of this video, so I hope you guys enjoy.
Definitely monotone. All right, guys. Now I wanted to start this off with, I think, the number one most important question that I have here for IAmTheAttack today, and that is, are you satisfied with what you do in regarding to your career? And if you wouldn't mind giving people in my classroom just a little bit of information on what exactly it is that you do here on YouTube.
Well, I think it would be kind of awkward if I started this video out saying that I hate my job and I hate my life. Then I think you'd probably fail your presentation. So in that sense, I love what I do. And I'm not just saying that just because I want you to get a good grade. But what I basically do, and it's very hard for me to explain to your class as well as people I associate myself with in the air quote real world, and my parents especially. I play video games and I post them on the internet, and I basically just talk at the same time. It's a lot more intricate than it sounds, but honestly, it's one of the funnest things that I've ever experienced in my life, and at this point, at least, I couldn't see myself doing anything different, anything else.
I think the cool part, when IAmTheAttack says that he can't really see himself doing anything else, it really does reflect on the work that he produces. But because I can tell you guys from my perspective as a viewer from his channel, we go back a year ago. I used to watch his videos when he first started off, when YouTube was just a hobby for him and it wasn't really a career. And he was so excited about what he did that it generally influenced me to produce content, and that's why I created my YouTube channel. And his passion for his job and his ultimate, I think that his satisfaction with what he did, he's so excited about it, really reflected on his work, and it influenced me to get out there and produce something equivalent to where I was excited about it, such as him. And I think that that's one of the most important things about job satisfaction and how it can affect other people, including others in the workplace, is that it really motivates others. Now, I know you don't necessarily work with employees, quote unquote, but you do a lot of collaborations with other people.
Well, essentially, I do work for myself, and it's really difficult being self-employed to find that motivation, because you don't have someone that you have to wake up every single morning at a certain time, you have to drive to a job, and you don't have someone on your back making sure that you get your work done. It's basically all self-motivation, and that's the real tough part about this job, because honestly, I'm in my pajamas right now and I could just sit and play video games all day, but you know, you got to find it in yourself to, you know, push yourself harder and you know, turn your self-employed job into a real job. And that's the point I'm at today. And you know, obviously, you know, not everyone will get to that point, but you know, hopefully everyone out there can find that one job that they, you know, do enjoy waking up to that alarm to and driving to, and you know, just being happy with.
You know, the fact that you said that it's all up to you to really be successful at your career, because you know, there's nobody really saying produce this many videos this week, do this, do this. It's all up to you. You know, you make them when you want to, you produce the content that you want to. It's all up to your standards. And I'd like to kind of throw a comment out there and say that I would you say that your overall satisfaction and the passion for what you do, would you say that that motivates your output of work, the magnitude of the content that you produce? How does your job satisfaction affect your work and the services that you provide to people?
Well, really, like, the satisfaction for me is, you know, seeing people enjoy what I produce, and essentially that just makes me want to produce more. It's a vicious cycle, and you know, but I mean, I love that people enjoy listening to me, enjoy watching me do what I do, and that just drives me to want to be better, to be, you know, the best that I can possibly be.
That's actually, and it's super cool that you said that, because a lot of the things that you read on job satisfaction actually talk about that point in specifics. And how really that a satisfied person is someone who, you know, a satisfied person in terms of their job really enjoys the recognition that they get for the work that they produce, and they really enjoy seeing how people benefit from the products that they produce or the services and whatnot. And for you, that's a direct correlation, because you can see evidently, you know, through comments, likes, views, and so much interaction with your fans, how much people really do enjoy your content. And I think that's really awesome, and it just reflects perfectly, I think, on job satisfaction, and I think why you have such high morals regarding to your YouTube career and stuff. The next thing that I wanted to ask you is, now I asked you how being a satisfied, you know, self-employed person affects the work that you produce, but how would you say it affects your life? Because I think that how that affects your life really reflects in itself the work that you produce. So they kind of correlate with each other. So I think it's important to talk about how being satisfied with your job affects you in your life, in the life that you live.
Well, it really goes back and forth. I mean, if you're not satisfied with your life, then, you know, you're not gonna be satisfied with your job, and if you're not satisfied with your job, then obviously, you know, you're not a happy person. But you know, I think definitely finding something that you love really gives you like a brighter outlook on life. You know, it makes you smile just that little bit more, and you know, it makes you excited to, I guess, like I said before, and it sounds kind of cheesy, but you know, be the best that you can be. And I would say 100% being happy with your job, you know, directly makes you happier in life.
Absolutely. And I think one of the things that I like to think about in terms of a career that's truly enjoyable for somebody is, at least what I truly search for, I think when you find a career that you're actually satisfied with, it becomes less of a job, less of a chore, and more of something that you kind of get excited about. You know, it's not
necessarily being satisfied. I feel, at least with my job, it's being passionate about something.
True. Would you say that, like, so would you say that being passionate about your job, and are you passionate about your job because you're satisfied with it? Do you think that those two kind of correlate with each other?
Well, I think that, you know, being satisfied, being content with something, that's just like the bare minimum. But when you really feel, you know, super strong about something, that's when your work, that's when your happiness just gets taken to a whole new level.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I think before we go, I wanted to ask you just a generalized question. You said earlier that you're sitting there in your pajamas. Like I said before, there is no timeline. There's no deadline to when you need to produce a video, how many you should produce. Would you say that being passionate and being satisfied with your job, does that in itself motivate you to does that motivate your work output? Because there's nobody else telling you to do it. Does it motivate, hey, I want to do a video today, and you know what, I might do 2 videos tomorrow? Does it excite you and whatnot?
It does. It really, like, I get this, giddy little smile on my face, and I really will notice it when I actually take the initiative to set my alarm and wake up, because I'm really excited to do a video. And for those of you guys wondering, my pajamas, they have little ducks on them. So just to give you guys a little visual idea of that.
I'm visualizing you in ducky pajamas right now. I should probably get a pair of my own so that I can show my girlfriend and impress her with ducky pajamas. But before we go, I just want to ask you personally: is there anything that you would like to add to my class and to my fans, just about job satisfaction and how you think a satisfied employee affects the workplace? And that can relate to employees in a workplace with other employees, or a self-employed person such as yourself. Is there anything that you'd like to just add from a successful YouTuber's perspective?
Well, I mean, obviously you're going to go through those jobs that you just can't stand being at, but I think, I've had my fair share of grocery stores and jobs where, you just don't want to wake up and go to, but I feel that if you just push through that and, keep that smile on your face, don't get super depressed about your life, eventually, if you want to get out of that little funk that you're in, you will find that job. It kind of just creeps up on you. This wasn't something that was planned for me personally. It's just something that kind of, I guess, fell into my lap. And, when you do find that thing that does kind of fall in front of you, just take advantage of it while you can.
That's prime advice. And I'm super glad that we were able to really do this commentary for the benefit of not only myself, but my fans and my classmates. And I think that everybody appreciates the time that you spent on this video. So before I say goodbye, I'd like to thank you for coming on my channel. It was truly a pleasure. And I guess let's just go ahead and let IAmTheAttack bust out the outro. And yeah, no pressure, man.
Well, yeah. Thanks a lot for the 3 of you guys still awake after this 12-minute video. And, hopefully you guys learned a little bit. I'm not, a big teacher by any means when it comes to, jobs and such. But, hopefully you guys find what you love to do. And it really, truly does make your life just, that much better. So thanks for having me.